I've literally just pressed play and nothing is going to plan. Okay. Welcome back to my channel. If you're a subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to view this video. And if you are new to my channel, I hope you enjoy. This whole channel is very much Monster High content based. So if you're interested in that, maybe subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you again, even though I'm not seeing you, you're seeing me. It's actually really weird when you think about it. Try not to do that. Note to self. Anyway, not what you guys came here for. So today I'm going to be reviewing the Out of Fright operetta. Internal screaming. Every time I see this doll in my collection now, my heart is like beating 10 times faster. So, little history. Operetta has always been my favourite character. I don't know what it is about her. I think it was her hair. I loved her hair. I did something very similar for my prom hair when I went to prom when I was like 16. And my inspiration was from Operetta. And when I was about 10 years old for Halloween, I was also like, I want to dress up as Operetta. And I think I did good, considering it was a DIY little outfit. They finally released a collectible operetta doll, and I've been waiting for this for so long. The fact that she was meant to be a main character and they switched her out, like, I love Cleo, don't get me wrong. I love her with my whole heart. But we needed more operetta dolls, and in 2024 we finally have one. Okay, so this doll cost me £53. I think she was £49.99 herself, and then plus shipping. I've also bought one of my friends a doll as well. I sacrificed my second chance of having two for my friend, because she's got a very small collection, but I want to kind of help her add to that. How awesome is she? We're gonna point with a pencil because I can't, fingers are hard, pencil's a little bit easier. Anyway, again, a tangent. The main thing I personally love about this doll, and not many people do, is the fact that Daddy-O Longlegs is on her hairband. I love the fact that they interpreted her pet with this look. It's so beautifully done as well. She's also got her fingerless gloves, which, muy bien. I'm pretty sure the only other doll that has these is some Claudine dolls. Correct me if I'm wrong. And possibly Toralei. I think this is very unique for an operetta doll, let alone any doll other than Claudine and Toralei, which I think is really cool. She's got records, kind of like vinyls, printed on a sheer overlay of her dress, and her dress is covered in spider webs, which is really cute. She's got these cute little red buttons that match her hair perfectly. She's got a little trimming at the bottom. It's kind of like a pleather material. It's very lilac-y, and it's kind of shaped like a mermaid dress. But it cuts off at the knees, which I think is perfect. And something I was very curious about when I bought her is if her tights went all the way up, but they don't. If you can see, they're kind of like stockings, which I thought was really cool. I can't lie, I thought that was really awesome. So yeah, and then on her earrings here, as you can see, it's just like a little white hoop with some dice. And something else that a lot of people didn't like about Operetta was her makeup, but I think it was such a good choice using the green, because it contrasts with the purple and the red so well, and it kind of gives me like Ursula vibes, but now Ursula's gonna give me Operetta vibes, so it's a win-win. But her hair, they stuck true to the original style with the round fringe, I don't know what you'd call that. And then with her bag, it's symbolic of her original one. It's shaped like a guitar, which is beautiful. I love that they have a lot of her original dolls referenced in this doll. It just makes it even more special for me. And the box itself, it kind of, I don't know why, it's giving me like Jessie from Toy Story, but it's not similar in any way, so I don't know where I'm getting this from, but it might just be the red, to be honest. And then she's got some music notes going behind her head on the display of the box, which is awesome. It is awesome. And then on her box she's just got some more dice, some electric bolts, some vinyls, and the Mattel symbol. I did buy this from Mattel Creations, the website, when they first released. I was kind of upset that you could only buy 2, but at the same time I wasn't going to buy more than 1 for myself, so for those who it affects, I do apologise. And then on the side of the box it says Out of Fright operetta in the most beautiful writing. Like, the style, muy bien, it fits her character so well. And then on the back of the box is just some box art of the doll herself. Oh, something I didn't mention was her mask, her eye mask. I love it, don't get me wrong, I think it's stunning, it's very simple. However, on the doll, it doesn't sit quite right. That's the only thing I have to say about this doll, is it's kind of like a little bit too high up. And I don't know if I just got, you know, unfortunate with the doll I got. But I'm still happy nonetheless. Her face is beautiful. There's no smudges, nothing, no chips in her makeup. Her face is not wonky. Here I am just double checking. Yes. But yeah, so she is beautiful as ever. Anyway, on the back of the box, it just says a bit more about her style, describes the doll itself. But yeah, so I'm gonna show you some close-ups of the doll. So this is her makeup up close. I think it is beautiful. A lot of people would disagree, however, I have my own opinion, and this is my favourite doll yet. So and these are all of her accessories. That is Daddy-O Longlegs on her headband. It's very beautiful. Also, her shoes are just next level with the piano keys. Oh, it's so good. And then her stand is clear, which I really like. I'm probably never going to unbox her, but I might take the stand out to use it for another doll. And then she's got her signature scarification into a tattoo. And the back of the box. By all means, pause the video if you'd like to read what it says. Shriek, rattle and roll was the motto, which I thought was really cool. Okay, so I wanted to get my OG operetta to just compare the similarities in both. And I've also got her pet here with me as well, Daddy-O Longlegs. He is my favourite pet of all time. I like the new Gen 3 pets, but I think they're just a little bit too cutesy for me. I like the creepy aspect of the original ones. He just really hits the nail on the head with the creepiness. To which he matches the headband really well. They got the colours very accurate. But those are the 2 spiders. Look how cute they are. And he's just brushing his hair, being all cool. And what I like to do with him is I kind of like to wedge him in Operetta's hair. And he just kind of sits in there like so, which I thought was really cool. That's how I like to display them both. The only issue I've ever had with my original operetta is the fact that her trousers never stay up. Like, they never stay done up. Does anyone else have this issue with their operetta? Like, they're just a little bit too tight. So if you bend the doll, they just snap open. And as you can see, like, I've had her for so long, her hair's no longer like this. This is kind of how the original operetta's hair was, but mine's kind of gone a bit lopsided. But I like it a lot more, personally. I like that it's kind of moved to the side a bit. And then you've got these ones on the side of her head, which is what I did for my prom hair. I had the rollers on the side, which I really loved. Colour scheme for these dolls is very similar. The purple, the white, the patterning on the white as well. Her bag is very similar to the Out of Fright operetta. It's It's a guitar. You can very visibly see it's a guitar, and it's coffin shaped, which I think is awesome. And the attention to detail with these dolls is absolutely amazing. The Out of Fright's operetta, her hair is a lot longer than the original. The original, it comes to just above her waist, whereas the Out of Fright's one, I believe it comes down to the back of her knees. So that's something very unique and different. Please do not comment to tidy up her hair. She's an old doll. I'm really not fussed that her hair is the way it is in the state that it is. I've had her for a long time, so I don't want to start messing with it now. So that was my original one compared to the newer one. But they just they followed a very similar style. I believe the original operetta and the Out of Fright's operetta have the same heel on the shoe, which is pretty cool. As those two by comparison. Still think the original is my favourite. I don't think anything could ever top her in my heart. And it's the same with like the Generation 3. I love them so much, but you know, Gen 1 will always have a special place in my heart, and I think that's the same for most people who started collecting during Generation 1. A lot of people will say the same, and I don't think it's to dishearten people who prefer Generation 3 or even 2, because Generation 2 was kind of, I like to say, babyfied. It was very cutesy. But I have a Laguna from Generation 2 because she was my favourite. I loved her. You know, I like little things from each generation. However, Generation 1, I just do love everything, and that's because I started collecting them from the start. So, of course, they're going to hold a certain space in my heart. A lot of people were saying that the Out of Fright's operetta is what operetta in Gen 2 would look like. She's got a slimmer looking face, whereas this operetta has a more round face. And I think the makeup itself on the Out of Fright's operetta also just kind of radiates Gen 2 a bit, which isn't a bad thing. It just depends what you're into. I love the doll nevertheless. I would 100% recommend this doll. If you're like starting out, she's a very good symbolic doll of the original operetta, so if you can't get your hands on the original, this one is a very good one to try keep an eye out for. Also, something I wanted to address in this video, there has been some talk about the Real Drama dolls being restocked, which I'm so stoked about. And if they do, I'm gonna be so broke. So broke. They are some of my favourite dolls like Mattel have ever released. I think it's such an awesome concept to have their signature colour be highlighted in the doll and then the rest of it be black and white. I think that's such an awesome idea. Whoever come up with that, I kiss the ground you walk on. I think it is so stinking cute. So hopefully, if that is true, we should be seeing them restocked again, and I am very much looking forward to it. Another thing is, for UK collectors, I think it might be the same for US collectors as well. However, the US get everything first, so this is more addressed to the UK collectors who may be missing a few dolls from their collection. Smith's Toys Superstores are stocking up on the first release pre-production dolls, so that is Frankie, Claudine, Draculaura and Laguna. When Mattel Creations first launched the doll line, I managed to get hold of Laguna and Claudine for only $29.99, I think, or $25.99, something like that. But I managed to get hold of them both, and I would really love to get all four, because I have Frankie, the original Frankie, I have in box, and then I have the Crew Productions, Claudine and Laguna, and then I also have the original Draculaura out of box, so I would like them all so I can have the ones that I've got in box out of box and have Draculaura in box as well. But yeah, so that is all of the juicy Monster High gossip I know so far. If you enjoyed the video, maybe leave a like and subscribe, interact a little bit, leave a comment, and maybe let me know what your favourite Monster High pet is, whether it's Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3. Very interested to know. And yeah, thank you for watching. Have a good day.